Hare Krishna. Let's start with the opening prayers and then we will carry on. That's our Guru Shishya Parampara. So we seek the blessings of all the Gurus, all the spiritual masters. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ji. Let's do Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanajnashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudhapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitham Tam Sajivam Sadhvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha Na Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanto Namostute Tapta Kancha Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sohani. That's a very nice picture of Ramji, Lakshmanji, Sitaji, and Hanumanji. Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing. And okay, Ojas is here as well. Hare Krishna, Ojas. How are you doing? Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, good. Very nice. Very good. Good to have you.
Thanks.
Very nice. So let's. Okay, that's been saved. Thank you, Sohani. I'm going to share the slides back. Krishna Chaitanya, are you there? Would you like to do Narasimha Dev Sarthi, please?
Yes, Prabhu.
Haribo, please go on.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladadadayine.
Prahlad-lad-lad-lad.
Hiranyakashipunasima.
Hiranyakashipu vachaha.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatanikanakalaya.
Ito nasima parato nasima.
Ito Nasima Pareto Nasima
Narasimhadim Sharana Prapate.
Narasimha Sharanam Tapade
तव कर कमल भरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंग ललिता हिरण्यकशिपुत्तनुवृङ्ग केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तब कर कमल वरना अद्भुत श्रृंगार ललिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु श्रृंगार केशव देता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा
जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह प्रहलाद नरसिंह प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह
जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
जय निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग
जय निताय गौरांगा निताय गौरांगा निताय गौरांगा जय निताय गौरांगा हरि हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Krishna Chaitanya. That was very, very nice. Great. So, before we'll move forward, so Hani, would you like to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please?
Yes, Prabhuji,
Yes, please.
can I also
Yes, Sohani.
tell the story of Dhruv Maharaj?
Story of Dhruv Maharaj. Okay, sure.
Yes.
We have done the story of Dhruv Maharaj before. If we can brief it, but if you are going to read the story, then I think we have read it before. Yes, yeah. I think Shivani remembers that as well. Oh, we will do it. We will do that as well. But let's do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare.
So, honey, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sahani. That's very nice. All right. Okay. So, okay, we go maybe couple more. So, Amog, would you like to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please?
Okay.
Yes, go on.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Amok. Ojas, would
Hare
you like to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra as well, please?
Yes.
Yes,
Hare
go on.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Or just one more time, please.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Amog. Thank you, Ojas. And thank you, Sohani. And thank you, Krishna Chaitanya. So nice of you. Right. Okay, great. Let's move on. So the reason I really wanted Amog and Ojas to do the Hare Krishna Mahamantra because you join during the week classes only, weekends classes. So during the weekdays, everybody else get the chance, but you two need to have the chance during the weekends. So it was really nice to hear from you. So who was there yesterday? I know Krishna Chaitanya was there yesterday. Krishna Chaitanya, would you like to remind us what did we do yesterday? Because we did something different yesterday.
Yesterday we basically
Let me share the slides. I'm pretty sure as soon as you will see, it will come back to your mind.
okay.
Can you see the slides now?
Let me see. No, I can't quite see them.
You can't do it? Okay, let me stop and share back again. Okay, you can see them now.
Let me see. Yeah, I can. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Could you please remind everyone what did we do yesterday?
I just came in my head and then I just forget.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so let me start, and if it will come back to your mind, it will be really good to hear from you what you remember from yesterday. But yesterday, obviously, we just started, and we are going to do something very special today, right? So, this is the story of Lord Dattatreya.
Oh yeah, Dattatreya.
Yes, okay, what do you remember about him?
Wait, was this the story of that crocodile?
This is not the story of crocodile. The story of crocodile was Gajendra. Gajendra Mohan.
Oh yeah, let me.
Yes. This is the story where. Okay, let me start it again. If it will come back to you, let me know. Otherwise, for everyone else who wasn't there yesterday, there was a King Yayati. And the king was going on, like kings usually do. So this king was going on his chariot, right? Just taking the round how his kingdom is doing. And he heard about a wise sage. Anybody knows who is a sage? S-A-G-E.
Like a very good devotee of Krishna, like they pray to Krishna in meditation.
Yes.
Like they do all their yagnas.
Very nice. Jay said it. Yes. Sage. Yes. There are different kinds of sages. Okay, Shivani would like to say something. Yes, please.
Sage is like if you're gonna die, he's gonna tell you spiritual things about Krishna. He's a little bit like your master, but not really your master. Like Krishna has sent him like a messenger. Like he's helping you get.
Okay, great. So Shivani said a lot of things, but right at the end she said, so it's like a messenger Krishna has sent to tell us the wise things so we can go back to Krishna. And yes, we can think of that. But this sage or saint, right, was very different because he was laying down in dirt. And if you think about it, if the sages, if the saints, if they are supposed to be wise, like what we all said, then why this particular sage was there in the sand, in the dirt, right? And then king was thinking, and there was no doubt that he was very, very wise because everybody knew about it, and that's how the king got to know about it. And now there was a point when king reached to, so this is the very first time king heard about him, but king had never seen him. So this is the very first time king is going to see him. And when king saw him, king said to him, I don't understand. I don't really understand. Like, you are not doing meditation, like Krishna Chaitanya said. You are not doing any yagna, like Jai said. And you are not giving any messages, like what Shivani said. What are you doing? And how did you learn all those things? How did you learn? Then he said few wise words. And then the king said, wow, so you really are the wisest person in the city. But from where you got all this knowledge? And then he said, Krishna. And then he said, yeah, well, we understand everything comes from Krishna. But like, do you have a teacher? And then he said, yes, I do have a teacher. Then he said, well, actually, I have 2 teachers. Then he said, well, I have 3 teachers.
Actually, I have 40.
I have 4 teachers. I have
Yeah, 5 teachers.
5 teachers.
Actually, I have
7 teachers.
Actually, I have 24 teachers.
Here we go. And at the end, he said, tell you what.
You, everyone in your family is always funny, as usual.
Yes, we are a very funny family. That's so it's good.
No, it's really cool, I must say.
Yes, thank you, Krishna. And it's good because devotees of the Lord, they are always funny. Nah, they are always relaxed. They,
Funny.
and funny, Shivani says. So, if you think about it, now that sage who was actually Lord Dattatreya, but he was acting. When he appeared, he was like a Avdut Brahmin. Who is Avdut Brahmin? Avdut Brahmin is someone who will pretend he doesn't know anything. So when you will see, you will say, whoa, 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 whoa. Doesn't look like he knows anything. If he knew anything, why he would be rolling in the dirt? Any wise person, even a child, knows that dirt is dirty. That's a given away. You know, dirt is dirty. But he said that, oh, right, okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Devika, oh, Divesh has joined. Thank you. And just to recap, we are doing, okay, I can see you. Hare Krishna, Haribo. So we are doing the story of Lord Dattatreya and the king. The
Hare
king.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Good to see you. So we are doing this story where the king meets the Lord Dattatreya, who is acting as a Avdut Brahmin. Avdut Brahmin is someone who pretends to be unwise, like he doesn't know anything. He's not proud of anything. But king, he finds out, ooh, he does know that. And then king's curiosity increased. King said, oh, you are so wise. I don't know why you are pretending not to be wise, but from whom you learned? And then the Lord Dattatreya said, I have 24 teachers. Yes, we have. So he said, I have 24 teachers. Now, Divesh, do you remember in your school how many teachers you have? Okay, I think Divesh is showing me one finger. So there is one teacher. That's true. If you're in primary, usually you have one teacher for all the subjects. When you go into secondary, then in secondary you have one teacher for per subject.
A million teachers.
So you could have one teacher for English, one teacher for maths, one teacher for Sanskrit, if you do Sanskrit.
Yeah, I do, Prabhu.
Here we go. Hari bol. So Krishna Chaitanya is doing some.
And my teacher is
Yes.
my mom and someone else.
Hari bol. Very nice. Yes. So if you think about it, you can count how many teachers you have.
I know one of those two teachers, dad and mom.
Okay. So Shivani says dad and mom. That's true.
They're obvious.
They are obvious teachers. Everybody knows.
Prabhu,
Yes.
isn't your mom your first teacher? Isn't your mother the first guru?
Yes. That's very nice. That's very true. Appropriate.
Is it?
It is. Yes. Yes. The mother, most of the time, mothers are your first teacher for everyone. Everyone, because that's the very first thing. Even when the baby is there in mom's womb, then mother can teach and mother can give away things. Do we remember any example where the baby learned while the baby was in the womb of mother?
Prahlad Maharaj.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Shivani. Yes, Prahlad Maharaj.
Yes.
Yes, he was there. Prahlad Maharaj was there, and who was his teacher?
Narayana.
Narayana.
Narayana, yeah.
Okay, well, he's called Naraji. Yes.
Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu. Who said Abhi? Okay, Abhimanyu was there. Thank you. Devesh. Okay, let me. Yes, that's right. That's right. Abhimanyu was also there.
Prabhu?
Yes, please, Jay.
No, it's not Jay.
Oh, sorry, Krishna Chaitanya.
As I told you last class, Govind just woke up and he said, Prabhu.
Haribo. So nice of him. And that's the best. Hare Krishna Govind. Haribo. Very nice. Okay. So we come back to 24 teachers. Now the strange thing about the teachers, that all the teachers we can think of English teacher, maths teachers, all the academics teacher. Then we can think of the sports teachers. The teacher may be somebody who teaches us yoga, somebody who teaches us cricket, football. Now it could be American football, it could be British football, it could be gymnastics.
Do you know why I said a minute? Because there are different type of football.
That's right. Yes, yeah. And then there could be music teacher. So there could be different types of teacher, but if you think they all are humans. But this time when Lord Dattatreya started giving the list of his teachers,
What?
the list is very strange. If you think about it, if you see the pictures of all the 24 gurus, all the 24 teachers, there on this slide, if you can see. And if you can't make the name of some, in the next slide, I'm going to give you the name of those. Okay, these are the names. Right? Now think about it. Devesh, would you like to read the first 5, please, from the slide?
Earth, air, sky, water, fire.
Thank you. So these are the 5 teachers, he said, the very first 5. He said, these are my teachers. And now he's going to tell the king, because king is very wise. King said, well, I understand these are your teachers because you're saying it. But what I don't understand that, what did you learn from there? Because who is a teacher? Teacher is someone who teaches you. Now, if he says, earth is my teacher, do we know can we learn anything from earth? Okay. Shivani says yes, and I think Devika said yes. It must be something females learn from earth. Okay?
Prabhu,
Yes, please. Jay.
you can learn about nature from Earth.
Very nice. And that's why we call Mother Nature or Mother Earth. Very nice. So what do you think what we can learn from Earth? I think Devika raised the hands. Devika, what do you think?
I think that you could learn like about how the earth works and the ecosystems and all that stuff.
Very nice. Very nice. Good job. And Shivani, what do you think we can learn from Earth?
That Earth doesn't actually complain about the people, like what the people do. Like people throw alcohol on the grass. Rain comes from the earth. Earth doesn't say that. Oh, I don't want rain now, and I'm going to get it out of my fortune. That he can't do that, otherwise all the people.
Very nice. Very nice. Good. Thank you, Shivani, and thank you, Devika. And yes,
Also,
please.
when the ego comes, when the you think that there's nobody bigger than you, then you should realize that this earth is giving you everything to live in. It's like Krishna is giving us this body, and it's like the earth is giving us this nature. So when we start to feel that we're everything, like the Yodhan or Ravan or all the demons, then we should remember earth.
Hari bol. Thank you, Tanmay. That's very nice. Yes, you explained very nicely. So, this is what we can learn from Earth. And there are many more things we can learn from Earth. Now, we just said first 5, and we can go further and we can check rest of them as well. But obviously, in one lesson, covering all 24 might be difficult. But how about we start? Because if somebody has started one step, you could think that the person will take second and third and will able to reach to the destination. So it doesn't matter how many teachers we have. We better start, and one day we will able to finish. Hopefully within the week, if not more than that. Well, it depends. Let's see if I will go. Okay, is there any teacher on this slide what we can think, which you might think, I don't know, what will you learn from that? Maybe if you think
Honey thief.
honey thief, very nice. Amog said honey thief. What will you learn from honey thief? What will you learn from thief? And maybe number 9, python. Wow. Yes. What's up?
That the honeybee doesn't blame that people take honey from their honey hive.
Ah, okay. Thank you. So Shivani.
I've got one question
Yes,
about
please.
the honey thief.
Okay, sure.
But why would you learn from somebody who does like who's a thief? Like he's done bad stuff.
Yes. Okay, that's a very valid and very good question, Amog. Anybody would like to answer that? Why or what can we learn from a thief who does the bad thing? Can we learn something from those people who do bad?
If a thief takes the
You
name
should
of
never be a thief.
and does his duty,
Yes.
then it won't be such a bad thing than not taking the name of Krishna and doing this ego that I'm everything and I want this person's thing, that jealousy feeling, then that would go away.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, very first thing I think Jay said that first thing we can learn is not to be thief. True. Very true. The very first thing we can learn from the thief is that not to be thief. And then Tanmay explained that you should not have that jealousy, because why somebody steal, why somebody will become a thief. The very first thing is when
I have a question. Why does it say honey thief instead of just thief?
Okay, yeah, I will come back to you. Let me finish what I was saying. That if you would like to steal from someone, why would you like to? Because you have greed. And because of the greed, you think, I don't have it, that person have it. You will develop jealousy. And because of that jealousy, you will manifest that jealousy and you will take the action, and that will become envy. And because of that enviness in your heart, you will go ahead and you will steal someone's things. And why this is honey thief? Because we will see why, what kind of things we can learn from a thief who does the honey. Right, we will come back to it. So Amok, I hope Tanmay and Jay answered the question very nicely, but we will do honey thief as well in detail. Okay, Shivani, you have a question, please?
Yes. First, why is it called honey thief? And also, why like these all of them are not actually teachers, because normally teachers say that you should learn this from that. But the thief is not telling that Brahmin that, oh, you should learn not to steal.
Okay, nice. So Shivani got a very good point. Shivani is saying these cannot be teachers. Why? Because teacher is, from her understanding, she's saying teacher is someone who will tell you that I'm going to teach you this. And then that's what you can learn. But honey thief is not telling you to learn this, or earth is not telling you to learn this. Is that true? Is the teacher only the one who come and teach you something, or even if you are learning from someone, that person becomes your teacher?
Sometimes teachers are not willing to teach you. Like once there was a guru called Dronacharya, and he was Arjun's guru.
Yes,
And then
yes.
there was one tribal, I think, person, and his name was Eklavya, and
Yes.
he was watching Dronacharya, and he was a great archer, and
Mhm.
his guru was Dronacharya, but Dronacharya, he didn't want to teach him because
Yes.
Eklavya would hide in the bush and learn whatever Dronacharya taught Arjun. So when Eklavya went to Dronacharya and
Mhm.
said that you're my guru, then Dronacharya said okay. So he asked him to do his arrow, and then so when he threw the barn, when he did the arrow, it was
Yes.
very good. So it's like Arjun, but Dronacharya then asked. So usually when there's a guru and then the shish, the
Mhm.
the person who the guru teaches, in the
Yes.
end, after he teach them, he always asks something from them. So he
Yes.
asked Eklavya for his term, and after that, Eklavya did. He couldn't be as good as in bow and arrows as him. So
Very nice.
he couldn't.
Yes.
So sometimes the guru's not willing to teach, but we have to learn from our own way.
Haribo. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Tanmay. You summarized that very nicely and you gave very valid and relevant story from Mahabharata. Eklavya. Yes. So that's true. There is a saying that if you are watching, if you are listening, if you are hearing, if you got your eyes open, if you are conscious, if you are attentive, then everybody could be your guru, everybody could be your teacher, which means that you can learn from anyone or everyone. How? Well, if somebody is doing good, then you can learn, oh wow, this is a good thing, right? And if somebody is doing bad, you can say, oops, that's a bad thing, I should not do that. So you can always think, if somebody is doing good, I should do this. If somebody is doing bad, I should not do it. So, what did we learn from the thief? That we should not be a thief, right? So, if somebody fell down in a pit, what should you learn? Oops, on that road, there is a pit. I should not go down that road. And that's why we say that some people learn from mistakes. From whose mistakes? Some people learn from their own mistakes. But the smart are those, or the smarter are those who learn from others' mistakes. So you don't have to fall down. You could just observe and watch. But that doesn't mean that intentionally you will make somebody fall down. That's not what devotees will do. But obviously, not everything is in your control. If you will see somebody has fallen down, obviously, being a devotee, you are kind, you are nice, you could go and help. But you also realize that that person has fallen down because of such reason. So you will take care of that. And that's what we can learn, even if somebody has fallen down, even if that person has not taught you. But you have learned. You have learned because you were hearing, you were watching, you were attentive, you were conscious. So always be in that state. And Krishna will tell in Bhagavad Gita that you should be, a devotee should be in that state. Right, okay. And then there is number 18, Kurura bird. Now I'm very excited to know what Kurura bird is, but we will reach to that point. And then arrow maker, what you can learn from arrow maker, what you can learn from serpent, spider, caterpillar, which is a wasp, elephant, honeybee. Now honey thief is different, but you can learn something from honeybee. A moth, moth. If you will try to figure these out, the way I understand, we could categorize these 24 teachers into few categories. Like how? Well, one, we can say nature, like I think Devika said it. Then, well, we can learn so many things from nature, right? I think Jay also said it. Tanmay also said it. Earth, air, sky, water, all these are natures. Okay. So, honey, you okay? You can see the slides? Okay. I guess that's yes. All right. So let's say, what do we have here? Right. Okay. Or would you like to read this slide, please? Is Ojas there? Ojas is there.
Hello.
Hello, Hare Krishna, Ojas. Could you read this slide? Thank you.
Okay. Number one, Earth, Prithvi, along with mountains and tree. The earth represents the Dharma. The earth teaches course of Dharma, art of tolerance, art of performing duty. One can learn patience and forgiveness from earth. Like mountains and tree, one should devotedly dedicate self to the welfare of other living beings.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ojas. Ojas, could you say few things, few maybe couple of lines in your own words? What?
So, the earth mainly represents dharma, and like all of them has like duty, and we should like be devotee and be like dedicated to like living things. Also care about them like mountains, tree, ocean, and all.
Yes, very nice. Yes, thank you, Ojas. So yes, what we can learn from Mother Earth, Prithvi. I think we have already said it, and it also includes mountains and the trees. Have you heard of a story called Giving Tree? If you have not, on YouTube you can go and you can type Giving Tree, a tree which gives. Now, tree always gives. Have you ever seen a tree or heard about a tree who is eating his own fruits or who is enjoying his own flowers? No, not at all. You will see so many trees, so many plants. What do? They give. They give the flowers, they give the fruits, but they don't use the flowers and the fruits for themselves. They always give away to others, right? So that's how a devotee is. Now, when once a devotee realizes that Krishna has given some intelligence, some skills, a devotee will use those skills in the service of the society to help other devotees. And what do we learn from earth? To be patient and to be forgive, right? Now, day before yesterday, we had a devotee who was uh, who was a bit chatty, who asked a lot of questions, and she's not a regular in the class. So maybe some devotees were very upset that she's taking so much time. She's not letting the lesson go as planned. She's not letting anyone else speak. She's the only one who keeps speaking. She's the only one who keeps asking the questions. So somebody could get upset and somebody say, well, Prabhuji, next time, could you please control her? Well, we have to do something. Or what we could do, we could reflect on ourselves. We say, oops, were we like this person when we joined Krishna consciousness? Like when I was little, could I consider her as my little sister who is always speaking like Shivani? Like, well, go. Krishna Chaitanya's brother is very nice, Govinda. He's always there. Hare Krishna. But we can learn from earth to have some patience. Because when you will go out and you will teach the world about Krishna, then not everybody is going to hear. And maybe some people would like to tell you about themselves, right? And this is what we need to understand. That's the time to have patience, and that's the time to forgive others. A lot of times it happens, people make mistakes. Like we were playing ball game in the home, and Aryan just said, I didn't do it. But that tells you that he did. He threw the ball at me when I was not looking at him so hard that that ball broke my specs. Yeah, and Shivani is laughing because she's not wearing the glasses. So those of you who hasn't got glasses yet, oh, better take good care of your eyes. Otherwise, you will be like me, dependent on the specs. But that's the time to have patience. That's the time to forgive others. People could make mistakes intentionally and they could make mistakes unintentionally. Give benefit of doubt, but that doesn't mean that you let others harm you. No, always have your self defense. But if somebody has made some mistakes then always have patience and forgive them. And there are so many things we can learn from mountains and trees, that they are always there in the welfare of other beings. And from earth, the patience and forgiveness and the art of tolerance. How much do we do? And there was one thing what Shivani was about to say, that we were discussing it before. Now think about it. We do so many things these days. Everybody, well, for few years now, people been saying, "Oh, we need to take care of the things. We need to." So I work in engineering, and we say we need to have sustainable engineering solution. What does that mean? That means that whatever we do, we should not harm planet Earth. We should always take care of it. So I was in the garden an hour back, and I was doing the gardening. So all the waste, we should be take care of it, right? And we should not put anything in the garden which will damage the garden, damage the trees, damage the plants. So everything is there. We need to be conscious what we are doing with planet Earth. But have you ever heard? So you might have heard a lot that people are pouring down chemicals and deforestation is cutting down the trees. But have you ever heard that Earth has said, okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to reduce my gravitational force. And I hope every one of you would know what gravitational force is. If not, very briefly, I will tell you gravitational force is that magnet inside the earth which keeps us on the planet. So if we will go on moon, then we will be, I think, roughly 7 times lighter. Why? Because the moon's gravitational force is less. So because of that gravitational force of earth, we are there, we could stand. If earth will say, I'm going to reduce my gravitational force, we will fly in the air, and you never know. Some of us will go on moon without the shuttle, and some of us will go on Mars. Okay, Shivani is laughing. So we should always remember this. Always, whenever we think of, if really we feel angry on something or someone and something goes wrong, always think of Mother Earth. How tolerant she is. And she is always forgivable. But again, remember, that doesn't mean that as a devotee you just let somebody harm you. No. Always there, be there in your self defense. But if by mistake something goes wrong, always ready to show the patience and forgive others. Always remember that. And that's the very first thing. And now you can think of the pattern we're going to have. So let's briefly have this one, and then obviously we will continue tomorrow. The air. Who would like to read this slide, please?
Prabhuji, can I read the slide?
Yes, please, Sohani. Go for it. Thank you.
The air being pure and odorless in his characteristic, moves freely among all objects and yet remains unaffected. The air teaches the value of being free from all contamination and of staying clear of material world disturbance. When air blows out of control, the atmosphere becomes
Agitated. Yes.
agitated. Similarly, if the mind is constantly attracted and repelled by material objects. It will be next to impossible to think of the absolute truth, the
Yes.
true personality of God, Sri Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sohani. So, as I said, what we could do if we want, we can do all 24 teachers in 10 minutes. Or we could go slow and we can contemplate, we can discuss. Anybody would like to rephrase in your own words? What do you understand by this? What we can learn from air?
Prabhuji,
Yes, please, Sohani.
we can breathe from air.
We breathe from air. Yes. If air is not there, then we will not able to breathe. And that's one of the beautiful thing about air. Now, air never differentiate. Air will never say, oh, because someone is poor or someone is rich, I'm going to give the oxygen, the pure air, or the clean air only to the rich people, not to the poor. No. And air will move. Air doesn't have any boundaries. Air will not think, I will only go to England, I will not go to Scotland, right? And air has odorless. Odor means there is no smell in the air. And very good lesson we learn from air, that if air will go in the garden where there are beautiful, very fragrant flowers, air will take that fragrance, right? And
Prabhuji,
yes, please, Sohani. Yes,
air goes everywhere.
air goes everywhere. Yes. And if air will go where there is a bad smell, what will happen? Air will take that bad smell. And this is what we learn from air. This is one of the thing we can learn from air. This is called association. So we need to be very conscious that with whom we associate. If the air will associate with the flowers, the fragrant, air will have that fragrant. If air will go somewhere where there is a very bad smell, air will take that bad smell. And we are the same. If we will have good friends, we will take their good qualities. If we will associate ourselves, if we spend more time with those people who have bad habits, we will develop bad habits. So, what do we need to learn? We need to learn that we always spend time with the good people, those people who have good qualities. If you have devotees around, always spend time with devotees, right? And it says the value of being free. So air will not get contem- contamination. Get contaminated. It will not get contaminated, which means it will always be pure. It will take it, but it's not going to keep it. So if air will go from somewhere where it's a bad smell, if it will go further, and if there is a good smell, if it take the good smell now, then it will go back to bad smell. It will be bad smell. It's not going to keep it with this. It's just the superficial on the top. And sometimes this is how we need to act. For example, you will have some friends who will like material things. Now, you have to, for example, when we go to his office, then in the office, not all the people are devotees. When we associate with them, we don't let their bad things come to us. Even though when we are with them, we are in association. We don't let their bad things come into us. So again, very good example of association. So we should always learn of that. Okay. So I'm conscious of the time. Then we have 3 minutes left. Anything anybody would like to say about air? Next time when you will see air, well, we see air? When you feel air, when you think of air, what will you learn?
Like when the air is going super fast, or if we're like in a magazine, then we can see air.
Yes, yeah, okay. Yes, sometimes we see the particles in air when the sun is shining. Yeah? Yes. So this is what we can learn from air. Air obviously called Vayu in Hindi or in Sanskrit. So all.
Prabhuji,
Yes, please, Sohani.
if the whole world didn't have leaves or flowers, that
Yes.
means we can't breathe because
True. Very true.
all of those things make the wind.
Yes. Yes. And at the same time, so what Sohani said that everything everything breathes in air. If air is not there, nobody will able to breathe. Just like Earth, that if Earth will revolt back, nobody will able to survive. Same thing. If Earth will say that's if air will say that's it, I had enough. You just go out and you put so much pollution in me. I'm not going to come back. We will not survive for long without air.
Also, if there were no trees and no leaves, then we won't have scriptures like Ramayana, because Ramayana was written on leaves and found.
Yes. Yes. Very nice, Tanmay. Yes, you're right. And this is again, if on Google you will check giving tree. This is how much tree will give you. Tree could give the flowers and the fruits, but they are on the top. But the skin of the tree, and that's what we used to write all the old scriptures, traditional, the what we call ocult, OCULT. They were written on the branch, no, the branch, the skin of the tree, the wraps we call it. Bark, Saren says. Yes, very nice. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up now. But remember these, next time when we will meet, please think, because again, these are the 24 examples. These are the 24 examples given by Lord Dattatreya. But what we said if we are watching, if we are listening, if we are hearing, everyone is our teacher, right? Everyone is our teacher. So always think of that. What we can learn from different things. Now we will do Hare Krishna one time.
Prabhuji,
Yes, please, Sohani.
we also need creatures like insects.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Sohani. Very nice. Okay, so may I request Divesh and Devika? Devika. Devika.
What?
To do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please. 3 times.
Prabhuji,
Yes, please.
I've got to go now.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Jay. I know you got a class. Thank you so much.
Bye.
We will catch up tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, everyone. And I will take your leave. Have a great time. Keep yourself safe. And I will see you tomorrow for those who could make it. And those who comes weekends, I will see you next week. Take good care, but think of the teachers from whom we can learn what. And next time when you will come, I will request you to let me know what you have learned from whom. And if you have teachers like this, what we have discussed today, that will be great. Okay. And we will take questions. Hare Krishna.